Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Studio. And today we're going to be checking out Pillowfort Comic Studio before right next to Blood Money Comic Studio. So I'm gonna be going for around for this one, and that should contains for a little bit amount of edits or something. I'm just going to get around here, but I'm not being sure that there must be a lot of cookies and cats around here, as I'm gonna be showing up for some spoilers, but we definitely seeing this affogato cookie might actually be a female, of course. This isn't confirmed around here as well. It was owned by Action 10 Cat. Alright, this is absolutely not going to be for this one as well, so I'm probably not very sure I'll be reloading the page immediately. So, this is going to be for responding as well, but nothing is absolutely for other kinds of user comics, could be right anywhere as well. So, I'm not supposed to look at the cats as well, because they're probably for nothing that I'm not gonna be used to be for as well. It's probably like, it's not gonna be a pre-adult content around as well. And look at around as well, it's not just like anywhere for that, like some kind of the animation meme reference. And this is actually, it's not going to be a fan art like anyways as well. There's features that 3 categories like the AUs, even that feature Gacha Life characters, because this is not unlike those things as well. The OCs could probably like the Gacha Life reference and anything as well for more cats as possible. And I'm not gonna be probably very sure. My mother doesn't like cats. You know that? This is absolutely most of the time. Art is actually for herself, but any Cookie Run Kingdom assets that I use to belong to Cookie Run Kingdom photography for the MCR selection belongs to them, and any Warriors assets I use either belong to the Warriors wiki and fandom, or some kind of like the fandom or Warriors themselves. Anything else is my own art though. There wasn't going to be a little bit more. But I guess this is going to be for around here, like the mist cookies, like anywheres as well. So let's start it with Red Velvet Cookie. I hopefully this is going to be loading for some other kinds of things as well. So since it probably Cookie Run Kingdom as well for some kind of like this, I hopefully this must be Red Velvet Cookie sprites, and it's not almost going to be anywhere as possible, but it's not the same. I'm probably sure this could be the same around here, that almost going to be the same as well. So even though the adepts have just did something, even though that turned into something even like anything as well, into, oh there, that must be for some kind of a cat as well. For it's not gonna be like the paws as well, that you might seeing something a little bit inappropriate or something like the reference. Even though the Roblox moderators seeing this, I never quite fully think that must be for edited versions about the Red Velvet Cookie. But even though things have just turned into some kind of wildcat as well, so the first section is canon and still from the game, but the rest are edits done by herself. That was quite fully easy. Another one is Current Cream Cookie. So she loves that character. This could be the same from the Oven Break as well. The next one could be Affogato Cookie. As you've seen this from the game, and kind of unbelievable, unfestive like on like these things as well. It was probably a little bit offensive. It was pretty offensive, like offensive like this. I couldn't believe that this is actually for the edited version about him. But nothing could be for instead around here that turns into ridiculous purple for this thing as well. That featured a cat over here onto this way. Hopefully this could be a little bit more and more of them as well. The pre-hatching, I'm not sure. This is absolutely becoming a homosexuality about for this thing. So there were more sprites, edits for around here for something. Even his screams. Did he got himself or some kind of like the man's face over here? But more edits we goes, and I'm probably not sure. It could be a female. I cannot believe it. This is actually pretty her as well. I forgot to meme Purgatory. So Purgatory. The first section is still from the game. It got memes, screenshots, and probably the third sections could be the edits around here. This is probably weird. And nothing bizarre is going on around here. So this is nothing a little bit awful. So there must be more cookies anyways, except for them. The adultive references are going everywhere about for this like here. So I seeing the gooning face over here, we do not able to be trying this for something. So there aren't for some other kinds of sprites, including many of them of the characters as well. So even though the tall humans like these wouldn't be even necessary as well, and especially for that kind of art. So I contain some spoilers, and for some of the cats could be for like this. Exactly, I probably knew could be a female or something, but I guess it was probably it is. So even though that must be for the AUs that featured gacha life characters, and some of them could be for cats. So a lot of AUs for a lot of different fandoms. But I don't go over here for such as that. There were 2 gacha life characters included around here as well. So this could be for Caramel's crossbow. I'm not sure. This is absolutely for the bow over here. So there must be more sprites around here. There is additional sprite for around here for such as this. So even though that more sprites that contains blood over here. And probably there could be more of them. And that could be right. That will be infected as well. Probably him as well that the Avogatu did as well. So even though he got some bloody sprites around him, what is absolutely going on around for a little bit for one here? But we not think that white lily cookie was transforming into an eye of God. So this absolutely turns into something even more ridiculous as well. And finally, I'm not very sure, the black raisin. It was black raisin cookie, and as she doesn't have a pet, but I'm pretty not sure that her eyes are dying away, especially like for even these. The OCs are probably pretty terrifying. I'm not very sure it was going to be exactly one thing overall. So these images captured from Roblox, especially that I just pretty don't like this, that I cannot believe it, that we are looking onto cats. They're everywhere in for some kind of a Roblox game called The Animals, but I'm not very sure. As we scroll down into the bottom, we wouldn't able to be seeing this for such a long time because one of the images are going to be loading completely too long, whatever it is. I'm just going to be scrolling down, whatever. So there must be a lot of more OCs over here. So that must be the previous page. So that must be for a bunch of cats. I'm not very sure that any images could be loaded perfectly. So this hopefully that won't be able to be loading for so much. But I can't even throw around to look around here for somewhere. So the AUs have completely found on here. As for probably for one magic thing, I wouldn't see like anything about for this situation. And finally, the backgrounds I wouldn't able to be seeing for over here. So there's more of them. I wouldn't able to see for this. There must be contains around here a little bit about a forest. So that must be for more backgrounds. But I don't believe it. Affogato Cookie just kissed it around this red velvet cookie. I cannot believe he kissed a red velvet cookie sometime. That must be almost likely the same sprites as Cookie Run Kingdom, which is going to be the same and not anything else possible. Hopefully that definitely goes to the same. And even for some kind of a death, ground shaking, fading backgrounds like anything it does. And sometimes that must be containing night skies, probably blood skies, and a bedroom. And for some kind of the skies like the black and white, including space. Thankfully, that was everything for today for around here, folks. Age restriction warning. There must be full of animals everywhere about for this situation. So let's get right into the next page, because I can't tell you why. So that must be for multiple ad pop-ups are gonna be everywhere around here soon. So looks like that must be for some kind of guys around here. So even though, let's get away for around here. So these trends are probably ridiculous. So how would they able to be showing this again? So I'm just gonna scroll down and you see cream unicorn cookie over here. That must be featured for some weapons over here. That knife holding a grenade from over here. So I cannot able to be telling you why. So over the next few minutes as well, I don't really think this video has got to be for over 16 minutes. That must be water that I just added around here, and that must be going to be for total 4 pages as well. So looks like that must be a whole bunch of Cookie Run characters over here at the wheel color for something. I'm not very sure. That turns into everything itself into some kind of pretty crazy over here. I'm not gonna be showing that why here. So that must be the Righteous Strikes protest around here. I definitely seen this, but I didn't whenever that I just totally saw around here. So let's get right here to the first comics that have been released yet as well, that featured cats and dark cacao characters like them four. So therefore, the first cats, like over here, they're absolutely look like from the animations from Disney over here. The reference between for the Astro Cats reference and Lady and the Tramp reference that we absolutely found out. So he definitely posts some memes that he definitely completely hates everything around here. So this is a cat, and probably like the interstate lines to go over here straight and going right for exit. So that must be for the part of the series, could be for the adventures of Smoke Patal. And the testing around here for the first one, it was released back in December 5th at 2022. It was been for around almost 3 years ago, before Christmas around as well. It was the day 5 of Christmas around here that he completely shed, and posts about the dark like those things as well, about the Affogato Cookie. So over the years, he started to post some cats by the next day, and even 2 more days later, 3 days later, he got the screenshot and started this whole mess about them as well, dating Affogato Cookie and Red Velvet Cookie. But even more, there must be more of them, could be for around for something as well, before the 12th day of Christmas beyonds of its way. So, because it was probably 2 days later for around here at the same year. And beyond of this thing as well, and for the first thing is that the celebration of Christmas around here back in 2022, I wasn't able to be surprised like here before I was moving into a new house. That he says, I'm gonna disengage now, agreeing over mine and others' human rights. It's trying, and I'm just perpetuating debate culture. If you want to more, you pay me. So I think it's fun to debate LGBT rights. So well, that doesn't gonna be even necessary over here. So I cannot even able to show for this again. So let's get back into the video, and we're gonna be finishing this thing as well. So this is absolutely full of age restriction reference that I never going to be actually re-say under 20 minutes of this video. The animals like this could be from the Astro Cat's residence or like anything as well. The reference between the Astro Cat reference like here or something like the Lady and the Tramp reference, or probably like it's not the reasons as well. So even though there must be a little bit amount of characters around here, it's almost likely here to say for around, it's almost look like Lady and the Tramp reference or some kind of the Astro Cat reference over here. So in the last one, there must be another avocado cookie. If you're seeing this probably for confirming for something like this, it could be for a woman confirmed about this. I'm not guessing around here, so but here are the avocado cookie sprites look like this. But even though that wasn't going to be related like anything as well, so I cannot believe that this isn't going to be without his staff. I don't really think he doesn't have his staff over here, so I just probably going to find out as well. So this is absolutely he's holding a staff that he dared to do this as well for to do. I cannot believe this is going to be exactly him. We're not going to be using for a user comics, but definitely added anything as well for some kind of like this. Even though that the Half-Life characters was almost everywhere about for this site, especially I didn't put Steven over here right next to this guy as well, so I wouldn't able to be using for search around here. I can't believe it that we're just going to be putting ourselves as well. And there must be two Hot Wheels cars right over here from the studio crossovers, even the South Park characters, and even this guy. It's not a for the Cleveland Brown Jr. over here, so I'm definitely never probably trying to find out what it is. They are absolutely going to wake up the strawberry crepe cookie, even though those two cookies like the cherry blossom cookie and cotton candy cookie are probably having fun. But for some other guys like these, wouldn't able to be for necessary like these ones. I'm probably not sure that even the guys as well that they are looking for something as well. I realized that she was saw around here, and the doctor, the professor, absolutely sees those girls are probably having fun for around here. So I never going to be hopefully for like that anyway. So even that the night skies like those things, the Xen and the red like those things that we probably for whenever it is, aliens almost everywhere around here, including this thing and the affections or light of those things as well. The eye hounds and the head crabs like these, the race X creatures like these are probably going to get themselves going to infect other kinds of like these. There's Litchi Dragon Cookie inside of this. On inside the cave around here, that must be a scientist or probably discovered something. There is a head crab zombie over here, barnacle, and without further ado as well. Now Bubbles is absolutely going to try to wake up Strawberry Crepe Cookie. That you know that he eventually disturbed her as well. And that will be probably it anyway as well. The link is going to be in the description below. And you have to be for the age of 16. Nope, you have to be at the age of 18 to check out of this comic studio over here for around here. And also, you can browse some comics whenever you want in this main website. Thanks for watching and for all your support. And I'm going to be signing off. And I'll talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later.